shops and restaurants and things.
I'm gonna pick us up something, or I'll pick up breakfast later. Um, so there's augmentations in this world, correct?
There are some basic cybernetics going on, yes. It is currently in its infancy as far as full nervous
Okay.
system links go.
And legalities?
Most of it is considered licensed tech. You can get some augmentation without licensing.
Okay. So, how do I go about this?
Also, quick side note, I legitimately forgot what letter comes after D for a half second. Just so you're clear on that, Vagabond. It was not because I was... It's not because I was taking time.
So far,
it's because I was like... I was sitting there going, shit, what comes after D? Right.
So far, I drew
that accounts for the 3.
Yeah, I played into that perfectly.
Yeah,
By
he
being
role
downy.
played that one. Okay, I'm gonna look for the local electronics guru shop, like
Okay.
high-end electronic shops.
So after a little while, you hunt down the high-end electronic shop. It's a shop called Tech Journey.
Okay.
It's on the upper part of the sort of market's ownership of towers.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little food shop next to it, quite a posh little food shop, little restaurant next to it. There's a couple of clothing shops around. It seems quite nice.
Okay, I'm gonna ask
I can't have shaky
the
hands and do
owner or manager, whoever I see taking the lead at the place. Ask if they know of anywhere that services, maintains, or installs body mods.
Okay, so the guy running the shop asks you what you mean by body mods. Are you talking about full prosthetic augmentation? Are we talking about kind of like implanted technology?
I'm looking to find myself a subdermal or optical recorder.
Subdermal optical what?
Recorder.
Oh, recorder.
So basically a camera. Implanted camera, for the layman.
Okay, so he explains to you that implanted cameras, they basically come in 2 varieties. You get what's called an adapted prosthetic, which would be a prosthetic in your basically prosthetic eye, which has the ability to record images. That's exceedingly advanced tech. That's experimental stuff from Challenger. It's like military grade licensing. You can also have a bioimplanted camera. And a bioimplanted camera is basically they find a part of your body that you're not particularly using, scoop a chunk out, and replace it with a camera with a fiber optic lead leading to either the side of your face or your hand, and they have a muscle twitch trigger. That is considered to be license grade technology because it's considered to be a kind of espionage technology or spy technology. It's not a massively pleasant procedure to have done. Because although the camera is exceedingly small, we're talking because we're talking
well, it's a fiber optic lead, like it's gonna come out almost like a hair.
Yeah, the fiber optic lead, the camera itself, we're talking as a kind of micro camera nowadays. So we're talking like probably roughly the size of 2 of your fingers curled into a ball. So we're talking like 3 centimeters by 3 centimeters by 5 centimeters.
Okay.
So they're not taking like a fist-sized chunk out of you, but
wait, Bomber, you already learned this.
This is T. You learned I.
No, but before I, you wrote something that looked just like this.
The one that was like this one?
No. Before
I did. That was me having a typo
did this and then you erased it. So
I
like
handicapped. I handicapped it and I meant to draw it properly, but I drew it like a handicap, and so I just went, screw it, I'll fix it.
Maybe you're. I'm beginning to think you're stupid.
I rolled a 3. Let me be.
Meanwhile, in the background, Bomber and Wolf are having their English lesson. And
Yeah.
legitimately, Bomber and Wolf are having an English
Yeah.
lesson in the background.
I accidentally drew a T twice. It's okay.
But
I
by
also
the way,
forgot
guys,
what comes
like,
after D?
at the end of this session, I'm going to be handing out experience again. And for the viewers, I've handed out 150 experience for the first episode and 200 experience for the second episode. I am legitimately going to give you guys an experience bonus. Simply off the fact that you guys are role-playing an English lesson in the background. Like, it's not even the center of the campaign. The camera's not even particularly paying attention to that.
Yeah, they're just
And
off in the
yet
background.
you guys are role-playing an English lesson in the background. Legitimately, you are going to get bonus experience for that, because that is beautiful.
Alright, anyway, continue. What was it? Continue with your guys'
Okay.
though.
Yeah.
Yay, I taught you spelling. You
So-
can spell.
So this is what I've learned. Here's the alphabet.
And the alphabet.
Yay.
I may have screwed up the alphabet somewhere along the way.
Just a little bit.
Like, he's better off than he was, but he's
Okay.
not.
You know what? I rolled a 3. I played to my strengths, and that was the 3.
By the way,
Shit.
just so you know, Bomber, if you'd rolled anything above a 10, I was going to just say that, like, you do realize that, like, on most data pads, you can download, like, free spelling education apps for, like, 3-year-olds.
Yeah, but I mean,
Which is basically, like, trace the letter apps.
yeah.
Mhm.
You pretty much had that, except
Yeah.
I
By
get a
hand.
bonus. I get a bonus for it. It pays to be handicapped sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but the dedication with which you guys just went about learning the alphabet together,
It's pretty beautiful.
that deserves a reward. It deserves a reward.
And it wasn't even the proper alphabet. It's bombers on coked and brain damaged alphabet.
But I thought Coke make you smarter.
If you do it
Coke
for a
can-
long time, it won't.
No, Coke
It
can
also kill you.
very temporarily increase the speed at which you think. That doesn't necessarily make you smarter.
Yeah.
It very temporarily increases the speed at which you think. So, like, it can counteract the effects of a nervous system depressant
Like alcohol.
because it's a stimulant.
All right.
Okay,
Okay,
so
while they're doing their thing,
All right. Do you
yeah,
want
I don't want to draw too much suspicion
Alright.
from this guy, so I'm gonna start looking around the market for any like doctor's office or surgery clinic,
okay.
personal surgery clinics.
What are you looking in the nice parts of this area or the not so nice parts of this area?
Let's edge towards the not so nice parts.
$60. Okay,
I find one then?
so welcome to
Boston Paradise?
Austin Paradise. Let's say welcome to what would we call him? We would call him Dirty Jim's Mechanicry.
Awesome.
Please tell me a torque wrench gets involved somehow.
But yes, at Dirty Jim's. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh,
Welcome to Dirty Jim's Augmentees and Cybernetic Implants Mechanicry.
okay.
That's badass.
Yeah, that's scary looking.
That's fantastic.
Seeing that, Nets is highly reconsidering his plan, but he walks forwards anyway because he's Nets.
and you are met by Dirty Jim, and Dirty Jim is, well, slightly psychopathic looking.
Awesome. Okay.
Stop turning your 8 into a tiny man. This is not time to play. It's time to learn. Damn it!
Stop turning your 8
Don't
into
make
a
me get
tiny
my
man.
belt, boy.
It's a snowman, though.
It's almost like a snowman. A snowman has 3 heads. Remember, we learned that number. That was. I'm not gonna do this. I didn't sign up to raise a child. God damn it.
It turns out that Dirty Jim is female.
Oh, okay.
That's fantastic. Also worrisome.
And she's kind of wearing moderately sort of tight-fitting clothing. She has quite an obvious pistol on her hip, and she kind of smiles as you come through the door to Dirty Jim's augmentees mechanic shop, and she just kind of looks you up and down and says, "You're natural. Why are you here?"
Yes. All parts can use some improvements. This meat machine's lacking a few things.
She raises an eyebrow and she goes, "Okay, so what can I do do you for?"
Fiber
So
filament
there's-
implanted camera.
I'm
What's she gonna cost me?
Okay, so you want a fiber filament camera implant. So that's licensed grade 3 tech. That's camera, surgery, anesthetic, cauterization, skin cover. I take it you don't want this thing to be detectable?
That would be preferable.
Okay, so we're looking at a scan block, and meanwhile she walks over to one of her terminals and she just starts typing shit out on the terminal. So scan block, cauterization, microfiber camera, microfiber lead, surgeon trigger, cauterization. We're talking like 56,000 credits.
Okay, which is a wealth factor of what now?
Basically, it's roughly the equivalent of $30,000. It's gonna be kind of like
A 10?
you're going to
11?
have to. It's going to be 10 to 11. You're going to have to be spending some of your savings and dipping into some of your resources to gain access to this.
Okay, so you take everybody's credit? Or all the current currencies, or are you only working in one denomination of currency? Miss Jim?
Jim looks at you and says, "Well, it depends how much above the table you want it to be. I'll take precious metal if you're after something that's completely under the table, but I deal with most of the cred banks."
Okay, and then, wetware still got worth here?
A little bit.
A little bit. Would a kidney do me the job?
Oh my fucking god, are you selling your kidney?
Nuts might be selling his kidney.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
Oh god.
Alright, so all of my decisions are not as colossally retarded as that single one. You can put all of mine together. I murdered 2 people, attempted to blackmail a grieving family, and have had dealings.
I need the cash and the spot to put the equipment. So 2 birds, 1 stone.
No.
Okay, so yes,
Okay.
selling your kidney would allow you to have that done. Yep.
Okay. The data retrieval, is it interfaced or wireless?
Most of the time, the data retrieval would be interfaced.
So I have to have a port somewhere.
Yes, but it will be covered over with a
That's the skin
prosthetic
patch
cover
you're
and-
talking about. Okay.
yeah, it'll look like a scar.
Okay. I need a fairly large storage unit as well. And is there any way to mod this to be a cyclical recording? Get video out of this?
She can do a sort of kind of pulse frame thing, so you're going to get like sort of 10 frames a second sort of pulsed camera.
Okay. And say 2 days worth of storage.
Okay, I'm going to roll for that one because I'm not sure whether or not she can actually access that straight away. Can she access 2-day storage internal? 63. Yeah, she can access a 2-day storage internal.
Done deal.
Okay, so Toad,
Mhm.
roll 2 fortitude saves.
Really? What was up with my dice there?
Let's see. What do you get? Ah!
And another one.
17.
Okay.
And what's
That was
my
almost one.
modifier? +1 modifier.
Okay, and as well as that, roll me a charisma check.
Charisma. Is she gonna give me a discount for being a sexy string bean?
An absolute twat.
19!
Oh, wow.
Okay, so she decides she likes you, which means she's not going to steal your kidney and leave you dying on the operating table.
Shit.
So basically, this is going to have kind of a slightly major impact on your character because you've just sold your kidney.
Yeah, I can't take too much damage there. But hey, that's why you got 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
So that you can use one as a bank.
So, what's your current constitution?
So just health or constitution?
Constitution, which is your strength, con, dex. So, what's your con?
Up a bit there. Constitution's a 10.
Okay, so your new constitution is 8.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Because
Modified
your
and
body's
save.
ability to process poisons, toxins, your body's ability to purge itself, your body's ability to do all sorts of different things is reduced. And you've also got a massive great chunk of you.
So is that
Your body
a -1 modifier then? The 8 or is it still
That's
a 0?
That's a -1 modifier. So you're losing 1 hit point and 1 point of your fort save. However, you now have a permanent grade 4 cybernetic enhancement, which is an internal camera system.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the fiber optic tail of the internal camera system tracked to?
So where is it actually removing from?
Cameraing from, yeah.
Let's say Where are we gonna have that coming from? Can we get it like right middle of the brow?
It'd probably be a little bit higher than right middle of the brow. It'd probably be just a little bit below the hairline on the top of the head in the center if you wanted there.
Yeah.
So basically, you've got a fiber optic cable running up your spine, coming up across the back of your head and round to the center of your forehead. The data point is just below your floating rib on the left-hand side where you've had the kidney removed at the back. It's far enough forwards that you can access it yourself without too much trouble. And when the cybernetic cover is over the top, basically it looks like a scar. By the way, if you'd failed both of your fortitude saves, I was going to have you lose 4 constitution.
Oh. That would have been a little bit painful.
Yes. Having ad hoc street surgery by Dirty Jim to have cybernetic implantments, like you have to remember that like the within D20 Modern, like having a basic cybernetic enhancement is like a very expensive process that you have to go to specialist surgeons and take like months having done.
I had 2 hours back of a van for a kidney.
Yeah, you had a woman rip out your kidney and replace it with a camera that she just kind of threaded up the back of your body.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of lucky it didn't kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, if you'd gotten a charisma check below 15, I was just going to have her pinch your kidney and leave you.
That shit. I was hoping. I was so hoping. Just does no research. Goes out there. I don't know. Implant this shit in me.
Okay. I'm going to stagger back to Amanda's in the wee hours of the morning. And on my way back through the nicer part of the market, I'm going to pick us up something for breakfast.
And you find a nice little stall on the way out of the market, and it's a franchise. And it's a franchise of a kebab shop that you know quite well.
Not Bob's Kebab, or
It's not Bob's Kebabs.
It's not Bob's Kebabs.
Fantastic. Is this guy also named Not Bob?
Do they have like
Depends
a specialty breakfast kebab, or is it just like meat on a stick? General meat
They
on a
do
stick.
indeed have a specialty breakfast kebab.
I'm gonna grab us 4 specialty breakfast kebabs.
They have the Not Bob, bright bushy breakfast bright bushy breakfast Bob.
Is the Not Bob kebab not meat? It's like a tofu substance.
The Not Bob bright bushy breakfast kebab is indeed a not meat not Bob.
It's a meat substitute.
This is literally going to become a running joke. Like, you're going to go to another planet and you're going to find a franchisee.
The
of
Not Bob kebab franchise all over the place. Oh. That's beautiful.
Wow.
Yep, so you get some Not Bob breakfast kebabs.
Okay. I'm just gonna go like rest up on a couch then. Now, at Amanda's place. Let myself back in, and yeah.
So you're suffering all the incipient pains of having your kidney ripped out by a ad hoc surgeon who has cauterized you shut, and you're probably not feeling
quite 100%.
Seriously, dude. This is a job given to you by a gangster, fine, but you've had your kidney ripped out. Fucking hell.
I figured it's a useful thing to have a constant recording camera. Because, you know, like, we just had Buddy kill 2 people at a standard bar fight. So I want records of, like, everything going on, so I'm not complicit in any of this shit.
Speaking of which, where has the Balar been? I mean, the first day they came in, asked for information, and then they've never been showed again.
Oh, apologies for that. Basically, kind of like at the end of the first day when I said that that he'd come and been waiting for information, one of you guys asked me, like, is he kind of like...
Yeah, like, his job is to sit there and wait for us and to follow us around, basically.
Yeah. So basically, assuming that at the end of each, basically, just kind of...
Super robot
he
voice,
turns
but...
up periodically.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Turns up periodically. Perfect. We got that bit.
That's all we need to know. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Better voice?
Yeah, we're good now.
He turns up periodically and basically gets fobbed off by you guys because, you know, you're jerks who murder people in bar fights.
I only meant to severely wound one. It's not my fault he got absolutely wrecked and the other guy has the skull of a baby chimp. Not my fault.
I have Bomber's new nickname.
Skull of a baby chimp?
No, Shower Psycho.
Shower Psycho. Nice.
God damn it.
Okay, so how early does Amanda get up?
So Amanda's up usually with the sunrise at about 7 a.m. this time of year.
Okay. So I'm going to present her with her breakfast, since I had a hard time getting sleep on the couch with like bits of me missing and new bits jabbing into me.
And no painkillers.
Yeah. And then, yeah, after having a delightful breakfast together, I say I'll see her at work, but I have to go take care of a few things this morning. And make sure that she's doing okay. Just before I head
you and
off.
Amanda have a delightful not Bob breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
You eat the tofu and egg and broccoli and little bits of bready muffin and things off your not Bobs. I'm starting to get the suspicion that, like, inside the not Bob on the stick, there's like a joke like you get on old lollipops. Like, just as you eat the not Bob, like, you reveal a joke.
Yeah, it's official. Not Bobs have jokes on their sticks.
On the sticks.
Yeah. Things like, why did the chicken cross the road? Because we failed to catch it in time.
What's the hardest part
Like-
eating a vegetable? The wheelchair.
What's a pirate's favorite letter? X.
Arr. Oh, I hate you, and I hate myself more.
How can you tell a blonde girl who eats kebabs the holes in her cheeks?
I've heard that one before.
So like this quality of joke just written on the kebab sticks inside the not Bob kebabs.
That's fantastic.
So having kind of had your not Bob kebabs, you make sure she's okay and tell her that you're going to meet her at work. She's still a little bit shaken up and a little bit pale, but she seems to have calmed down a little bit. And she agrees to meet you at work. And in the meantime, Bomber and Wolf stayed up quite late at night learning the alphabet together. It seems to have been Bomber's first time learning the alphabet as well.
I'm beginning to think Starly Wolf's the smartest person in this entire campaign.
I mean,
yes. Snarbly Wolf is... Let's put it like this. Snarbly Wolf is playing the intelligent long game where he's slowly working his way into confidences and being an actual fucking corporate espionage guy. Toad's running around going, spy! And selling his kidney. And
James Bonding women and selling my kidney.
Yep. And Bomber's just Bomber. Like, what can we say?
It's the GIF. It's the GIF.
It's an accident.
Oh.
It was all a terrible accident.
This. It was basically this.
Yep.
Except with a knife instead of a gun.
Yeah.
He shot people with a knife?
I have a scope on my knife because I like to look really close into a man's eyes when I stab him.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the fastest Meg train over to the apartments in the Balar part of town.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you head back to the apartment where Wolf and Bomber are sort of waking up from their long night doing something slightly alphabetized.
I'm gonna clean myself up and get into a fresh change of clothes. And then is Balar Buddy like easy enough to find at this wee hour of the morning, or I guess early morning?
Balar Buddy has probably kind of like, or at least a member of the Balar enforcement team that is babysitting you, has probably been assigned to the building during the night. So he's probably sitting in the lobby at the entranceway to the apartment complex, sitting in like the little sheltered bit, sitting on a bench.
I hand him my 2 data discs, the one of audio and the one of the random files I grabbed, and said, like, yeah, I got some stuff. I don't know what's all on here, but we have to work. So if you can have somebody look over it to see if it's of use to you. Like, I'm getting you information. Here's information. Deal with it.
He says fine. And he kind of looks at you and goes, "You look really fucking rough, dude."
Hey, you're telling me.
I was expecting you to be like, your boss owes me a kidney or something. You know? Like,
I was really tempted to just, like, put it on the Balar credit, but then I'm like, okay, back alley surgery. That's not going to be good on anybody's tab.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, like, if you'd put it on the Balar credit chit that you have on, like, if you'd actually, like, use the Balar credit, you wouldn't have had to roll a charisma check to make sure that she didn't rip out your kidney and leave you to die.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't have crossed the Balar.
True. I was just afraid, like, I'm in the Drowsy part of town. I don't want to be flashing around my
Start
Balar
waving
credit.
the Balar credit around.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just fucking hoping you would. I was hoping you were going to go and, like, buy food and shit with the Balar credit. And it's just like, yeah, that's great. I'm just going to use that against you.
No, I was smarter than that, but not smart enough to not lose my kidney.
Yeah, you sold your kidney for a camera.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you put it like that, it sounds really dumb.
Yeah, like you do realize that like you could have probably paid like a fraction of the amount for like a camera sewn into a wristwatch or a camera like placed into a wristwatch and shit.
And you wouldn't have taken the constitution damage.
Yeah, but then I would have had to more actively aim the camera. This way it's basically just seeing everything I see, and it's constantly recording, and I've got decent term storage.
Okay.
So it's a long game camera.
Is it worth a kidney, though?
I don't know. I'll have to find out what a kidney's actually worth and see if I got, like, kind of crossed on that, too. It's like, damn it, I could have bought two cameras for that.
I'm kind of... I don't see you getting rid of a kidney working well in the long game.
Okay, so this is the weirdest Google search I've ever done.
Yep.
But the value of a street kidney is about $85,000.
Okay.
And I had to pay her 50-some?
Yeah, so she owes you 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30.
You're out by about $30,000, so about 45,000 credits.
Mm.
Genius.
That is the weirdest fucking Google search I've ever fucking done. Street
Really?
value of kidney.
I highly doubt it.
That's
Come on, like street value of kidney. Come on, like how is that not a weird kidney? A weird Google.
It's not that weird.
True.
Like just let's say none of us want to see 50s search history.
It's not that bad. It's just weird. It's just weird. Weird shit you would never need to know.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there was something else I wanted to look up.
So yeah, I provided the Balar with the information I currently have and the data on it, and let's also tell them that they got like some crazy med lab up there with the large magnetic coil scanner of some sorts. The schematics on the thingy.
Rooms.
Yeah. Like, they're doing medical stuff up there and stuff and things. But yeah, you got files now. Let me know what you find.
So I think, how long's that recording been?
Oh, right now we are at, we just hit an hour, but that's also the pre-game stuff as well.
So, shall we think about wrapping it up?
Do any of you guys need to do anything else here?
Nope.
No, not at the moment.
Okey-doke.
Nope,
I'm showered up, got fresh clothes, lost a kidney, and ready to go to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the end of this session, so the episodes you've seen are part of a session that we've done together that's several hours long. At the end of this session, I'm totaling up experience, and we're doing what's called team experience for now. Later on in the series, we'll be doing individual experience, but for now, because the guys are new to D20, I'm keeping them on team experience. So basically, the way it works out is you gain experience for different things you've done based on their challenge rating and also based on a little bit of DM kind of choice. For me, I like to keep things roughly at round figures. If I was going purely by the challenge rating of the fight, it would be 111 experience. I'm just going to say it's 120. So you get 120 experience for the bar fight. You're going to get another 70 experience for your espionage activities in the day that you spent at the factory. Toad is going to get another, or sort of everyone is going to get, but Toad earned you another 30 experience for his delightful interactions with Amanda and the weirdness that ensued. Vagabond and 50 you've earned the team another 30 experience for your English lesson, because that was just beautiful.
So we all get that, or just those two guys get the extra 30 on theirs?
You all get that.
Oh, okay.
So all told, you got 190, 220, 250 experience for this session. On top of the 350 experience you had before, that bumped you up to 600 experience. So with you guys up to 600 experience, you're starting to approach the point where possibly next session or the session after you're going to level up, depending on sort of how well you progress. So a quick recap for the guys who have been watching. In this session, they attended a bar called Amnesia, where they watched the first half of a shock roller tournament, and where are we going?
Oh, I'm going back to the amnesia thing, so I can view through the images or something.
Okay.
Like a visual.
It's just gone.
Oh, it's gone already.
Yep, it's gone.
It doesn't go. There it is.
There it is.
Whoops. Forwards one.
It's pretty
The
varied
amnesia
setup.
bar. What's that, Vagabond?
I'm just saying it's a very varied setup.
The Amnesia bar, where they watched the first half of the shock roll tournament, got into a fight, and Bomber unfortunately killed two of the people taking part in that fight. And as well as that little sort of issue, they ran away from the police, and Toad was on a date there with Amanda. He got involved in the fight, or he was the our origin point of the fight. He went home and had a little bit of cuddle time with Amanda. They then went to work. Wolf ingratiated himself with the two guys who are to do with carrying ferrocite, and did a little bit of work and did a little bit of contact. He started to suffer the early stages of radiation poisoning. Meanwhile, Bomber has included Nets in the little menage a trois of gay shower love that people suspect is going on, by having a little whispered conversation with him on his production floor. And Bomber also went and talked to his dealer about what happened at the bar. And as well as talking to his dealer about what happened at the bar, he also sent a blackmail email, or a coercion email, to the father of one of the people who died. Because since the deaths, security has been ramped up, and the security forces are looking for the people who caused them. Meanwhile, Toad managed to convince his way up onto the 4th floor. He saw some labs and some bits and pieces going on, managed to download some data and transfer, sort of hand that over to the Balar. And then he went on a shopping trip where he sold his kidney, or one of his kidneys.
You have a hard time saying that.
For an internal camera. So Nets has now sold one of his kidneys to a street surgeon in exchange for an implanted cycle camera.
Like a dash cam for my forehead.
Yep, I just want to reinforce this fact that one of the characters went to a street surgeon with no other information other than walking into their shop, and proceeded to sell their kidney for a camera.
Informing nobody that he was doing anything. He could have just been, he could have ended badly. But he's a lucky son of a bitch.
On those rolls, fairly.
At this rate, by the end of like the 10th session, we're going to have Nets on 1 constitution with like half a dozen different random cybernetic implants that are completely worthless.
I hope it works out that way.
Bomber and Wolf had an English lesson that they both proceeded to role play for a good 30 minutes while no one was paying attention to them.
It was pretty great.
Wait, was it actually that long?
Oh yeah, it was like 30 minutes as me and Droid went through selling my kidney.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys just had an English lesson in the background.
Completely silent English lesson.
They legitimately, I was watching, they legitimately wrote out each letter of the alphabet on a whiteboard on the table, and
then each number.
And then each number, and Bomber wrote them out first, and Wolf copied afterwards, and it was like a fucking kindergarten with Coke. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys who are watching on YouTube, and I will see my players at the next session.
Thanks again, Droid. It's been a thing.
It's fantastic.